Welcome back to HSE World 360. In this module, we will discuss one of the most practical and important aspects of ISO certification, IMS Documentation Preparation. Many organizations understand ISO requirements, but face difficulties in developing the correct documents and maintaining sufficient evidence. A successful IMS requires 4 important elements: correct documentation, effective implementation, employee awareness, and objective evidence through records. In this session, we will review the complete list of documents required for ISO 9001, ISO 45001, and ISO 14001. IMS documentation follows a structured hierarchy. Level 1, policies and manuals. These define organizational commitments and management system direction. Examples: IMS manual, quality, HSE, and environmental policies. Level 2, procedures. Procedures define how activities are controlled, like internal audit and risk assessment. Level 3, work instructions. Detailed instructions for specific tasks. Level 4, forms. Documents used to collect information. Level 5, records. Evidence that activities have been completed. Although ISO 9001, ISO 45001, and ISO 14001 do not specifically require a manual, many organizations develop an IMS manual to explain their management system structure. The IMS manual should include organization introduction, IMS scope, process interaction, and ISO clause alignment, to show how the organization addresses all 3 standards. Document control is one of the most important IMS procedures. The purpose is to ensure that only approved and current documents are available for use. The procedure should define creation, review, approval, revision, distribution, and obsolete document control. Required records include the master document register and revision history. Records provide evidence that the management system has been implemented. The record control procedure defines identification, storage, protection, retention, and disposal. Records must be readable, protected, easily retrievable, and properly maintained. ISO 9001 focuses on ensuring consistent quality and customer satisfaction. The quality management system requires documents related to customer requirements, process control, product realization, inspection, supplier control, and improvement. The following procedures should be developed. 1. Quality management system procedure to define the overall structure. 2. Customer requirement review procedure for specifications. 3. Sales and contract review procedure to ensure requirements are understood. 4. Supplier evaluation procedure for monitoring performance. 5. Purchasing control procedure for verification of products. 6. Production control procedure to define work methods. 7. Inspection and testing procedure for acceptance criteria. 8. Calibration management procedure for measuring equipment. 9. Non-conformance control procedure for identification and segregation. 10. Corrective action procedure for root cause analysis. Important quality forms include customer-related forms like inquiry and feedback surveys, production forms like job cards and checklists, inspection forms for incoming and final reports, and improvement forms like NCR and root cause analysis reports. Quality registers provide systematic control. Required registers include customer complaints, supplier performance, calibration for equipment due dates, NCR for tracking closure status, and a training register to track employee competence. ISO 9001 requires organizations to establish measurable objectives. Examples include customer satisfaction at 90% and on-time delivery at 85%. Records include KPI reports and management review inputs. ISO 45001 provides a framework to prevent workplace injuries and improve safety performance. The system focuses on hazard identification, risk control, worker participation, legal compliance, and emergency preparedness. Important ISO 45001 procedures include: 1. HSE management procedure for system implementation. 2. Hazard identification procedure for recognition. 3. Risk assessment procedure including risk matrix and control hierarchy. 4. Legal compliance procedure for regulations. 5. Permit to work procedure for hot work and confined spaces. 6. Incident investigation procedure for root cause analysis. 7. Emergency response procedure for response arrangements. Required HSE forms include risk assessments, job safety analysis, permit to work, toolbox talk forms, safety inspection checklists, incident and near-miss reports, and PPE inspection checklists. Important HSE registers include the Hazard Register for identified risks, the Incident Register for tracking investigations, the Training Register, PPE Register for issue history, and the Inspection Register for actions. Audit evidence includes safety inspection reports, toolbox talk records, training certificates, incident investigations, emergency drill reports, safety meeting minutes, and worker consultation records. ISO 14001, Environmental Management System, provides a structured approach to managing environmental responsibilities. The objective is to reduce environmental impacts, prevent pollution, fulfill legal obligations, and support sustainable operations. The environmental policy is the foundation of the EMS. It should demonstrate commitment to protection, prevention of pollution, and compliance with laws. It must be approved by top management and communicated to all employees. A key requirement of ISO 14001 is identifying environmental aspects and evaluating impacts. An aspect is an element that interacts with the environment, like chemical leakage, which can impact soil and groundwater. Documents include the Aspect Register and Impact Assessment. Organizations should develop procedures covering 1. Environmental management for structure. 2. Waste management for segregation and disposal. 3. Chemical management for safety data sheets. 4. Spill response procedure for containment actions. Environmental monitoring procedure for frequency and methods. 6. Energy management procedure for reduction opportunities. 7. Pollution prevention procedure to reduce waste and emissions. Important environmental forms include site inspection forms, waste disposal forms with quantities, chemical approval forms with SDS availability, spill incident reports, and monitoring checklists for air and water. Environmental registers provide evidence of environmental control. These include the Aspect Register with risk ranking, Waste Register tracking disposal contractors, Chemical Register with storage locations, and the Legal Compliance Register for applicable laws. Risk management is a common requirement across all standards. The organization should establish a procedure for identification, assessment, evaluation, treatment, and monitoring of quality, safety, and environmental risks. ISO 45001 and 14001 require identifying legal requirements. The legal register should include safety laws and environmental regulations. Compliance evaluation verifies the current status and required actions. Employee competence is essential. Required documents include the training procedure, a training matrix showing completion status, and training records, such as attendance sheets and certificates. Internal audits verify implementation. Required documents include the internal audit procedure, an annual audit program schedule, audit checklists, audit reports with findings, and corrective action records for verification. Management review demonstrates leadership involvement. Required records include the meeting agenda, covering audit results and KPIs, meeting minutes recording decisions, and an action tracker to track effectiveness. A strong IMS needs an effective non-conformance and corrective action system. This involves NCR procedures, reports, and root cause analysis using 5Y or fishbone methods to ensure problems don't repeat. Operational control documents ensure work is performed safely and consistently. Examples include production procedures, inspection instructions, method statements, risk assessments, and lifting plans across quality, HSE, and environmental areas. Before inviting the certification body, verify your documentation is approved and available, implementation is followed with records, and audit preparation is complete with closed NCRs and management review. During audits, auditors verify 3 elements: documentation, implementation, and evidence. For example, for a training procedure, they check if employees are receiving training and if attendance records are available to prove it. Common IMS failures include copy-paste documentation that doesn't match operations, lack of employee awareness, missing records, outdated documents, and weak corrective actions that allow problems to repeat. A successful IMS is built on more than documents. It requires clear policies, effective procedures, competent employees, and strong leadership. Remember, documents define the system, implementation makes it work, and records prove it is effective. Thank you for joining HSE World 360. We hope this training helps you understand how to develop and implement an effective integrated management system. Continue learning with HSE World 360 for more training related to ISO standards, NABOSH, OSHA, and quality management. Stay connected, keep learning, and continue improving workplace safety and performance. Thank you.